Thiruchitrambalam. தோடுடைய செவியன் வினையேறிவோ வெண்மதி சூடி காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசியன் உள்ளம் கவர்கள்வன் ஏழுடைய மலரால் முனை நாள் பணிந்து ஏத்த அருள் செய்த பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் நேவிய பெம்மான் இவனன்றே. கருணை பொடி திருமுகத்தில் திருநீர் புணுதலும் கண்டாரை வசப்படுத்த கனிந்த வாயளவும் பெருமை தரு துறவோடு பொறையுளத்தில் பொறுத்தே பிஞகனார் மலத்தாள்கள் பிரியாத மனமும் மறுவினர்கள் அகலாத ஞானமே வடிவாம் வளதுரை செய் சிவஞான மாமுனிவன் மலத்தாள் ஒருபொழுதும் நீங்காமல் எமதுளத்தில் சிரத்தில் ஓதிடும் நாவினில் என்றும் உன்னி வைத்தே உரைப்பாம். We worship Lord Shivaruman, Thiruvavaduthurai Adinam Sri Gurumasa Nidanangal, Mother Shivanyana Yogi, and also our special thanks and wishes to the Shaivam.org team, Ganesh and the team, Raja, and all the listeners. Good evening. This is the second discourse. We continue with the topic Thirumurai, Panniru Thirumurai. In the last session, we were speaking about the Thirumurai, means the meaning of it, right from the Tamil word Thiru plus Murai. And also it has actually 12 as a whole. So what are all those 12? These are all things we described in the last meeting. As said there itself, out of the 12 Thirumurais, this session is going to speak on the Thirumurai 1. As I said, the first 7 Thirumurais are called Thevaram. Thevaram in Tamil means Deva plus Aram, they call it. Deva means it's Lord, the God Almighty, Devan. Aram means it's a chain, or we call it as an ornament, something like a garland. So it's all with the songs. We garland or we make us an ornament for the Lord, that is called Deva plus Aram. Another way of looking into it is Te plus Varam. Te means again it is Lord. Varam in Tamil says the love, and one more meaning as privilege. Out of the love I take privilege to sing songs on my Lord, because Shaivism maintains a close relationship of the soul with the God. It never says that we are suppressed or we have to be afraid of. No. In one way it says something like God as our friend. The 7th Thirumurai was done by Sundaramurti Swamigal, whose entire life history gave us a teaching that Lord Shivaperuman can be the best friend for us all times. So we have every privilege or legitimate rights to request to him whatever needs we have. And he is also so kind enough, and he loves us by meeting our request. So Varam, we can call it as love. So the songs which are made out of our affection towards Lord, that is called Thevaram. This also the meaning. So either way, these are all the songs sung in praise of Lord, out of our affection, out of our privilege, however it says. Even though the first 7 Thirumurais are called Thevaram. There is a special word mentioned for Jnanasambandha's work. That's a Thirumurais 1, 2, 3, which are called as Thirukadai Kappul. 4, 5, 6 Upper Swamigal's works are called as Thevaram. Sundaramurti Swamigal's work as the 7th Thirumurai is called as Thirupattu. So even though it is called as by common word as Thevaram for all the 7 Thirumurais, 1, 2, 3 are called as Thirukadai Kappul. 4, 5, 6 are called as Thevaram, and 7th one is called as Thirupattu. So out of the Thirukadai Kappul, 7, first 3, we are going to have some discussions now on part 1, that is the first Thirumurai. In this first Thirumurai, there are 1469 songs done by Thirujitrambalam. Normally, this Thevaram, we used to say a word called Padiham. Padiham is a set of 10 or 11 songs sung. Pattu in Tamil is 10, so from it comes Padiham. I can call it as 10 songs. In some cases, it's 11. Very few cases, even 12 songs are also there. They're all called as Padihams. So here in this first Thirumurai, we have 136 Padihams. And everyone has 11 songs, some has 12. So total songs are around 1469, just as a number for an academic interest. These Thevaram, how it's being sung normally, all these 3 people, they are called Moovar Mudaligal. There's a 3 people, 3 saints, including Manika Vasaga. These 4 saints, we call them as Saiva Acharyas. That is, they are the leaders. Saiva Samaya Acharya, we call it as 4. Saivathin Mel Samayam Verillai. அதில் சார் சிவமாம் தெய்வத்தின் மேல் தெய்வம் இல்லனும் நான்மறை செம்பொருள் வாய்மை வைத்த சீர்திரு தேவாரமும் திருவாசகமும் உய்வை தரச் செய்த 4வர். This is 4 people. உய்வை தரச் செய்த 4வர் எம் உயிர் துணையே. உயிர் துணை means they are actually taking care of our souls, not just the bodies. Bodies will change every birth. Next birth I may be having with I will be having with a different body. Previous birth even I was not aware, but the soul is the same. So it actually takes care of the soul. And soul is the one ultimately reaching Lord Shiva's feet and attaining the Mukti. So it is actually protection for the soul, they say. Nalvar Putra, Nalvar means 4 people. These 4. Thirujitrambalam, Thirunavukarasa, Sundaramurti, Nayanar, Manika Vasaga. These 4. So, Nalvar Potral Yem Uyir Tunaye. That's how it says. So, these first Thirumurai by Thirujitrambalam has total of 136 Padihams. That is, a Padiham means a set of 10 or 11 or 12 songs. And totality it has 1416 songs. These 3 people, especially the first 3, have traveled a lot and they have gone to many cities, villages, wherever Shiva temples were there. They have worshipped there. They have stayed in these villages. They have spent time with the God's followers there. And they have sung songs there. So normally we used to ask when a song is there, on which place it has been sung. So those places as a whole today, for all these Thevarams, what we have in hand, it's sung in around 276 temples. We call it as Padal These temples have received Devarams from these three people, and they stand as special today. So there are people in Tamil Nadu today who have visited all these 276 temples. These three people have traveled to these temples, one or two. They have not traveled, but they have sung from here. For example, the Kedarnath, which is in Uttarakhand today, and something like Thirugoneshwaram and Thiruchitrambalam, which are in Sri Lanka today. So these are all some places they have not traveled, but all the other most of things they have traveled. They have worshipped Lord Shiva there. They have stayed there. They have spent time with the people there. And even we are able to get some information about their village. We are able to give some details about their lifestyle, how they make the prayers, and what are all the important functions in those temples. These are all informations we are able to get from these Devarams. We can call it as a lot of historical information we are able to receive from these Devarams. So out of like this first Thirumurai alone has 88 places connected with the songs sung there. Out of the 276 as a whole, 88 places covers about 136 padihams. So because in one place they have sung 2 or 3, some 4 padihams. So total places covered in this first Thirumurai is 88. Total padihams we call is around 136, and the total songs 1469. There is a discipline how these songs are to be sung, which means they have all been attached with the raga, what we call it today, raga in Tamil. In Carnatic music, we call it as ragas. The same way in Tamil, we call it as pan. Pan in Tamil is as known as the raga, as this Carnatic or Hindustani music says today. Tamil music, which is one of the oldest today, has lot of puns. Out of this, some puns are used here, and these Thirumurai, these Devaram songs are done on those puns, and it is a discipline or it's a mandatory requirement that we are supposed to sing these songs on the respective puns. So in totality, around 7 puns are used in this first Thirumurai. They are called Nattabadai. Out of the 136 padiyams, 22 padiyams are given in Nattabadai pan. Takkaragam is a pan. 24 padiyams are given in Takkaragam pan. One more is called Palamdakkaragam. Around 16 are given in Palamdakkaragam pan. Takkesi pan. Around 12 padiyams are given in Takkesi pan. Kurinji pan. 29 padiyams are given in Kurinji pan. Vyalakurinji, there's another pan. 25 padiyams are in Vyalakurinji pan. There's another part of Kurinji, we call it as Megaraha Kurinji. Around 8 padiyams are there. So 136 padiyams are done over around 7 ragas are the pans. Nattabadai, Takkaraham, Palamdakkaraham, Takkesi, Kurinji, Vyalakurinji, Megaraha Kurinji. And there are some other puns which are all given in the second, third, fourth, like that it is there. So these 7 puns, 88 places they have gone, and 136 padihams they have done. Normally it is courtesy that we should know about this author Here it is Saint Thiruñana Sambandar. Thiruñana Sambandar belonged to 7th century AD, and his avatar was from Sirgali, a town in Tamil Nadu. Normally, we don't call them as they are born, because people like us, we are born and we are going to die. They are born there, right? So we call it as avatar. His parents, his father name was Sivapada Irudaya, and his mother was Bhagavati Ammal. Sekalar Swamigal, on his Periyapuranam, that is the 12th Thirumurai, has sung the history of many saints of Lord Shiva. He speaks about Thiruñana Sambandar also. So we are able to get lot of information about Thiruñana Sambandar from Periyapuranam. Thiruñana Sambandar, while he was around 3 years old, he wanted to accompany his father when he went out to the temple pond to take bath. Since the child of 3 years was little adamant trying to do, his father took him. And he just kept him in the banks of the pond, and he just went inside for the bath. After some time, while he was taking bath, the child started crying. The child started crying, not missing or tracing his daddy. It is the temple pond, so there is a statue at a height which is called Thoni Appar in Sirihali temple. Even today, you can go and see. There, Swami and Ambal there. So he just saw there and started crying as May Appa, father, mother, like that. He started crying. Lord Shiva Bharaman, out of his full grace, he came to these banks with Lord Parvati, and Lord Parvati actually fed him with milk on a golden cup. It's a milk actually. It is her milk, which she gave it through a golden cup to Thiruñana Sambandar. So who took that? That is the greatest blessing he has got from Lord directly. How this all happened? If any child cries, will it happen? Means it's not so. It is all as a reward of all his good deeds in his previous births. God is taking care of him now. That he himself says in his song. So they just gave him the milk and they disappeared. They went. His father came out of the pond. Now seeing the child, a lot of milk. So he was little disturbed by seeing. By within a short time, from where you got this milk? And it is not right way or auspicious on our part to get from milk. Whether it is all hygienic, we don't know. So that was his sense of thinking. So he just started little bit of holding on the sense. He just took a small stick and asked him, who gave you this milk? Thiruñana Sambandar again saw that. And he was trying to explain his daddy. See, every day you do prayers. You are worshipping that Lord. He was the person who came and gave me the milk. So this is how the blessing started. So he started singing a song at the age of 3 just on the pond, just out the banks of the pond. The first song says, தோடுடைய செவியன் விடையேறி ஓர் தூவெண் மதிசூடி காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசி என் உள்ளம் கவர்கள்வன் ஏடுடைய மலரால் முனைநாள் பணிந்து ஏத்த அருள் செய்த பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பெம்மான் சிவனன். Thodu actually is earring. Thoduடைய sevian. Sevi means ears, which means he was trying to identify the person so that his daddy can understand. See, that person was wearing actually earrings. Thoduடைய sevian. He came in a bull. That's we call it as Shaivam. So he came on the bull, the vehicle, so that his daddy can easily understand and identify who is the person. So he was trying to say, Thoduடைய sevian. Vidayeri, who came in a bull. Vidayeri, or tu ven madisudi. Tu means it's pure white, the crescent, what he was wearing it. This moon's crescent. So that's what he says. Or tu ven madisudi. Kadudaya sudalai podi pusi. What he was wearing, he was. This is the powder, what he has applied on him. It is actually from the crematory grounds, that these bodies are actually burnt and the ashes. That's what he has throughout this body has applied. Kadudaya sudalai podi. That is from the crematory grounds, that powder he has applied. He is the person who has attracted my heart. He says, Yen ullam kavarhalvan. So he has first gave the identifications. Then he said, he is a person who attracted. தோடுடைய செவியன் விடையேறி ஓர் தூவெண் மதிசூடி காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசி என் உள்ளம் கவர்கள்வன் ஏடுடைய மலரான். Edu means actually it's the flower with the petals. It is generally, here it is the lotus. ஏடுடைய மலரான் means the person who stands there. It is Brahma, Lord Brahma. He says, ஏடுடைய மலரான் Brahma. முனைநாள், olden days, has done puja at this place on Lord Shiva. ஏடுடைய மலரான் முனைநாள் பணிந்து ஏத்த, which is all his humility, who was making the worship on Lord Shiva at this place. ஏடுடைய மலரான் முனைநாள் பணிந்து ஏத்த. For that, God has actually blessed him at this place. அருள் செய்த. That is the place. So he is trying to identify that person with some more information to his daddy. ஏடுடைய மலரான் for Brahma, for the puja, prayers, what he did sincerely in his olden days. God has blessed him at this place. That's what ஏடுடைய மலரால் முனைநாள் பணிந்து ஏத்த அருள் செய்த பீடுடைய பிரம்மாபுரம். Brahmapuram is the place, that is, this Thirumurai has 12 names. Thirumurai, Sanbai, Kalumalam, Brahmapuram. These are all actually names. 12 names for this one city. Out of these 12, one is called Brahmapuram. Since Brahma has been blessed here, it is called Brahmapuram. So he says, Pidudaya Brahmapuram. Pid means actually it is the pride for the city. Pidudaya, lot of prides for this city. It's all the city of pride, this Thirumurai. So he says, Pidudaya Brahmapuram, which means it has a pride. The city, which is called as Brahmapuram, may be a, which means the Lord sits in this place, may be a Pemman Lord. Even Andre, and he was showing that statue at the top. He is the person. So, ஏடுடைய மலரான் முனைநாள் பணிந்து ஏத்த அருள் செய்த பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பெம்மான் இவனன்றே. So he was trying to show him, he is the person who came and gave me this milk. His father got astonished. One more meaning people used to say, ஏடுடைய மலரால் முனைநாள். ஏடுடைய மலரால் means flowers with the petals. In my previous births, previous births, for the sincere prayer I did to Lord Shiva with the petals, with his flowers, today I have been blessed. That is also a meaning. ஏடுடைய மலரால் முனைநாள் பணிந்து ஏத்த அருள் செய்த. Today I have been blessed like this. So there are both meanings. So தோடுடைய செவியன் விடையேறி ஓர் தூவெண் மதிசூடி காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசி என் உள்ளம் கவர்கள்வன் ஏழுடைய மலரால் முனைநாள் ஏழுடைய மலரான் முனைநாள் பணிந்து ஏத்த அருள் செய்த பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பெம்மான் இவனன்றை. That's what he showed. So his father got astonished. From there is called as Thiruñana Sambandar, which means Thiru means Shiva. Jnanam, we know is wisdom. He has been actually related with the Lord Shiva. Sambandha means gets connected. Since he has connected with the wisdom, so his name is called as Thiruñana Sambandha. From there, he has started going to temples by temples and temples, and he started singing like anything. It is purely God, divine grace, that nobody, even today, which means it's 7th century, means we are somewhere around 1300 and 1400 years back. Nobody is able to match Thiruñana Sambandha on the divine blessings what he has received. He has sung almost 16,000 padihams, which means around 1,76,000 or 1,80,000 songs he has sung. And you know how much of years he's lived in this world? It is not 75 years, 80 years. He was available in this world just for 16 years. It is just 16 years. Within this period, from 3 to 16, within this 13 years, he has sung around 1,80,000 songs, of which is 16,000 padihams. So in initial stage, he was only age of 3. So he was walking to temple and temple. He could not walk because he is a child, and father is a father. So his father Sivabada Irder was carrying him on his shoulders, and he was going to every temple. Sivabada Irder also went, and a lot of followers started following him. Everyone has gone with him. He goes to the next temple and sings. So here he sang that. Then he came inside the Shirgali temple. There he sang a song. Then he went to a nearby temple called Thirukolakka. It's a place around some 5-7 kilometers from Shirgali. Father took him there, which means maybe whether we need to call it correctly as father took him or took his father, I don't know. Because that much of respect for Thiruñana Sambandha. So they went there. There he was actually putting talam on his hand and started singing. God again blessing him by giving actually the metal instrument. It's called it as talam, and it is made of pure gold. So you know this gold, when touching this one, will not make noise, but here the noise has to be there. So the goddess, she has blessed him with a voice in it. That's an noise. So there he was singing a song, Madayil Valai Payamalara. Like that he was continuously doing. So like this, he has traveled around a lot of places. Here in this first Thirumurai is covering around 88 places. There are some padigams, we call it as special, which means there are some historical incidences where God's blessing is there. In this first Thirumurai, there's this Thoduடைய Seviyan where he took his milk. This itself is a blessing. What he called this instrument he got is a blessing. And he has helped a princess, which means a king's daughter, who was suffering from a neuro disease, something like a cerebral palsy today, not able to get up, walk, the thing. So the king was so frustrated and took the child to a temple and praying. By that time, the Thirungana Sambandar came. So there he, by seeing her stature, was appealing to Lord with a padiham. So actually, it got cured and it was a blessing, that kind of thing. Lot of people at a place, this happened in a place called Thiruchitrambalam. Today's name is called Thiruvasi, near Thiruchirappalli. And there is a place called Tiruchengodu near Erode today in Tamil Nadu. There, while he was camping, maybe because of the weather conditions there, he and many of his followers got fever, maybe a viral fever, we call it, something like corona, whatever it is. So he was actually singing a pariham on Lord Shiva. Everyone in that village, everyone in the nearby villages are got rid of that fever and they were healthy. Even today, if a fever or a viral infection, when you sing that padiham, that padiham you sing, we have a telling effect of getting rid of it. That's what Thirumurai, and that's Lord Shiva's blessings. Lot of this thing. So on, he got actually money for serving the followers because of by that time there's no rain, so people were suffering because of food grains are not available. So Lord Shiva gave him as well as gave Upper Swamigal daily one gold coin. So what the gold coin he has got was of a little bit of a lower value. So he sang a song, Padiham there, and got the high value coin, so which is called Vasi Tirave Kasanarikku. Like that, lot of songs. There are about 7 or 8 padihams. We call it as Arpuda Padihangal in Tamil, which means it's directly the blessing has seen. But nevertheless, all the padihams are a blessing. So 136 padihams in Thirumurai. One Israel is a blessing for Lord Shiva. And the people who are with a lot of sense of devotion sing these songs in front of Lord Shiva. They are all blessed, no doubt about it. So this is how Lord Shiva and Thirungana Sambandar help us to have a comfortable and peaceful life in this world as well as after this life. That's how it is. So thanks for joining with us. Thanks for the team of Shaivam.org. In my next session, we shall be speaking about some padihams which are sung in Thirumurai 2 by Thiruñana Sambandar. Thanks once again. Thiruchitrambalam.